There you go. You are live on the intranets.
Hello, intranets. How are we?
Now you're live, and they can see you, and they can hear you on the intranets.
That is fabulous. We should probably close windows because we're getting ready to start a show.
I know, but it's a nice ambiance, and it's nice air.
That's kind of the perfect thing from when I tell a joke and crickets are just already there.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to superimpose them.
Hey, look, at least you're starting to recognize that your jokes fucking suck.
Nah, they don't suck. They're funny.
Well, if you sound checked.
They're funny. I just don't get anything from y'all.
Hold on, how about now?
And I don't get,
I left it open
funny.
a little bit.
they are funny because I get reactions.
How about that one's completely open, isn't it?
No.
It's
No.
open just a little bit.
Okay, fine. We'll let you get away with a little bit. That's fine. You're good. You are exhausting.
It's so minor.
You are so fucking exhausting. It's cool. We're good.
It is a cooler because I did that. You're welcome.
I love these little pep talks that you do for me, Mel. You know, right before I go to start to record a show.
It's just in the 2 minutes. Like, I was quiet the entirety of sound check.
Let me fuck with my husband.
Like,
and
it's
then
right before
all of a sudden-
I go to record. It's very pretentious
Hey,
of
do
you.
you football show, would
Because
you
I'm
like
talking about me
many
and my feelings,
viewers?
not yours. That's your own thing.
Let's make you popular. Oh, this sounds legit. All right. Kick. How about you lick my balls? How do I do this?
How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison?
Big Bobby the Plug wants to know, where's your headband, Sammy?
Motherfucker.
It's
He just texted something on here, too.
it's in last
Fucking
place.
headband gang. Fucking guy.
Where's your headband, Sammy? Do you want to borrow one of mine? Or you can't because mine's not for men.
It doesn't work because of the headphones right now.
It doesn't work because it's
The head-
not for men.
The
It has to be
headphones, the
for
headphones
men.
is his headband.
Because only a manly headband could manage your hair.
I'm gonna say, Big Bobby the Plug gonna get a birthday dinner and a cigar on Friday.
There you go.
Yeah, looking forward to it, bud. Looking forward to hanging out. It's been too fucking long. Last time was fucking hanging out with Graham for his fucking stupid birthday. That was delayed because Graham likes to have too much fun in Ocean City on golf trips.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That happened.
Just yes. You're
Says,
you're
can't
not
wait,
wrong.
bro. Sure Billy says, gay.
Damn right. Sure,
I'm pretty sure
Billy.
that's
hold
how
on.
he said it, too.
Hold on. Sure, Billy. Have you
Satire,
looked?
satire,
Have you
satire,
looked into Big
satire.
Bobby
He
the
also
Plug's
said-
eyes? He's a handsome fucking man. Okay.
No, that's a that's from I can't remember the name of the movie. I never can remember
I know.
the name of the movie. It's the Ken John when he's in the back of the class.
It's
Gay.
it's a
So
not a
fucking
movie.
funny.
It's Community. It's the TV show
Community.
Community.
Okay, yeah, it's
Yeah.
so that is I fucking love that. It's like
I've had
it's
so many random ones. Like, I was saying zip zap bitches to somebody, and they're like, what is that from? I'm like, I have no
I
idea.
don't remember. Yeah,
It's from Peacemaker, apparently.
Oh, is it?
I'm like, oh, I didn't even know it was from Peacemaker. I'm like, yep, zip zap bitches, let's go.
Yeah, and then we'll get started here. But the Community, the kicker for the Red Football Commander Skins team is gay. So every time he kicks a field goal, I go gay in the bar.
his last name's Gay, right?
Yeah.
Is he gay?
I don't know. I don't know the man, and I don't care to ask his.
Because you know what?
proclivities.
That'd be unacceptable in American football. Okay. Just kidding.
All right, we ready to do a show here, kids?
I said just kidding.
By the way, 2 guesses what intro we're doing, and the first one doesn't count.
First guess doesn't count, or
I'm just telling you, you have 1 guess, and you already know what I'm starting the show with.
yeah. All right.
Hey, it's Brad Parker, Crystal Palace fan, and you are listening to the Drunkard United Football Show. It's a parade.
Yeah, well, enjoy that 19-game winning streak parade, because it ain't going to be 20. Why? Because Everton never shone so brightly. Yeah.
You didn't deserve that win, by the way.
No, we didn't, but we fucking won. That's all that matters.
Fucking
Big fat
bollocks
W.
that.
No Malort Monday. All wins for everybody. It's a great day.
Bollocks.
Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the DU Football Show, a completely biased recap of the English Premier League as told by two common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, sans headband, my co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham. How we doing over there, buddy?
Doing very well. Big Bobby the Plug did make a AI version of me in the headband that kind of poses me as Master Splinter.
Yeah.
With the Ninja Turtles around me.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I don't like how AI aged me though.
You look like Chong.
For real.
I was going to say you look like an old Spanish man.
But sure, Billy. Rob then made one of himself. God damn, he is handsome, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a handsome man.
That's not too shabby. Check that out, Mel. Look at that.
And of
I mean, the eyes.
And of course, on the ones and twos, not being a whore is our producer Mel
sometimes.
with her words of fucking motivation.
Yeah.
How you doing over there, producer Mel?
Graham, I'm going to need you to text me that photo. Not the one of you. The other one, please. Thank you.
No.
Oh, God.
We're recording at the U Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts. And, of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
Absolutely. As always, it's at DU Football Show on all the social media and dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email.
Fabulous. And everybody on the TikToks, if you're new to checking out the show, I know we've been doing a lot of stuff there. Please feel free to chime off in the chats. Producer Mel is kind of keeping an eye on all of that. Maybe she'll be able to sneak you in if you have a question during the show, but we'd love to hear from you. And, of course, all of our regulars, we fucking love you all.
Yeah, and YouTube's the way to go for all those comments, of course. That's where we check during the show.
That is where the sewing circle is.
Yeah.
That is definitely where they are.
That's where the limbs are.
That is where the stitching and bitching is going on. That is for damn sure.
But then, of course, you should also find Drunken United FC on Facebook, our closed group. Request to join that because it's a load of fun. That's where all the hashtag bans happen, and that's where Sam and I are mostly involved.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I can't be bothered to check the fucking Instagram.
You can't be bothered to do fucking anything.
Yeah, I got a lot going on.
Yeah. Well, no.
A lot going on.
Sorry you sired 4 children.
Very tired.
Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep, passionate love for all things distilled spirits. So as the red-blooded Americans we are, we vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. Mr. Graham, what are we drinking today?
So we've got an oldie but a goodie. This is Ragged Branches Virginia Straight Bourbon Whiskey. They're double oaked, toasted barrel. This is barrel strength as well, 126.24 proof or 63.12% by volume if you can't do math at home by yourself. This was barrel number 1976, bottle number 125.
Yeah, so the Ragged Branch was another one of Dave Pickerel's projects. This was one of the last projects he had worked on as a whole.
Before he passed, yeah.
Yeah, this and Blackened were his last two things that he had worked on. This house, they were specifically doing a rye mash bill and a wheat mash bill under the same roof, right? And they found, obviously, weeders need more time, right? You can't have a younger weeder.
I told weeders, to me, thin in body, so they need either age or proof.
Right. And in this instance, both, and a finish to top it off as well.
Nice.
And they found that their signature, which is the heavy rye mash bill, was selling very, very well, and their weeder was not. Now, their weeder had won a double gold and best in show at San Francisco. I mean, it did. It was doing well. It was revered, but it just didn't have enough age on it yet. So they had a little extra weeder than they did rye. So they just started doing more fun things with it. They started doing double oaking, right? So doing it in a 3-char first and then switching to a 4-char. Well, in this instance, they started with a 3-char and then moved it over to a toasted barrel, which is where you take the barrel and just give it a light kind of heat.
Very light toast, yeah.
Basically bring out the wood to sweat a little bit, right? So it's not these heavy caramel vanilla flavors. It's more of this almost like sugary sweet creme brulee kind of thing going on.
Off of the most famous one, because it was allocated, everybody wanted it, was Elijah Craig's Toasted Barrel, and that one to me almost tasted like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
When you had it, it was that exactly what you said, that kind of caramelized sugar that you would get.
Creme brulee, big time creme brulee.
But it reminded me of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
A rye that you and I both truly love is the Whistle Pig 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And they use Vermont oak for that, but they also give that a light toasting too, which does that same effect. Marshmallow creme brulee. It's lovely. This whiskey is fucking phenomenal. Ragged Branch does good stuff and fairly affordable. The Toasted Barrel.
I don't remember how much this cost. Because I think, wasn't this distillery only for a bit?
Distillery only, $59.99. It still is. They release one a year for a Toasted Barrel. They also do that honey finished as well, which they were one of the first ones to do a honey finish that was really good, where they took one of their whiskey barrels.
You get a big marshmallow.
And they had a local beekeeper give them honey. They put it into the barrel, let the honey age in the barrel, gave the honey back to the beekeeper, and then finished whiskey in that barrel as well.
Oh, nice. That's
and that
cool.
one was also phenomenal. Also a once a year kind of release. And frankly, for distilleries, it's smart to do that, right? Get people to come to your place. That's also direct
This is a
cash.
pure profit. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
direct cash in your pocket. You know, you
100%.
definitely want to do that.
You don't have to pay out a distributor or anything else.
And at least from the DC area, it's a 3-hour trip, and it's a fucking lovely drive. Like
Right,
you're going into the foothills of the Shenandoah, so you really can't pitch too much, you know? All right, well, what else do we need to do, Mr. Graham?
Always remember to drink responsibly.
All right, kids, cheers. The last one was kind of tongue.
It's always funny.
Feel like I need to put on my blue armband. That was all Big Dunk Ferguson, that one. Dunk.
Dunk.
All right, we open with a pair of last-minute winners, seeing a change at the top of the table, and the only unbeaten streak ended. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1, Everton 2, Palace 1. Reds on back-to-back losses in the league, 3 in a row in all
Including the Champions
competitions,
League, yeah.
and find themselves no longer in first place.
Goddamn right, motherfucker. This was a wild game, man.
It really was.
But we've been saying for a while, like, Liverpool look like something's off, right? The back line does not seem properly settled in with the new additions and the right back being completely up for grabs. Essentially, they'd rather play people out of position than play Frimpong. Yeah, apparently
Frimpong, Bradley, sometimes Slobosly if they don't want to use
Curtis Jones has played there this season.
Verts, they've well, and that was also some of the bigger players that they've signed him to be on the team aren't really
Well, so there's the thing, right? And that's really the thing. So these first 4 games, right? We they started off 4-0, blah 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 blah. Everybody knows, but they had to grab last minute winners in 3 of those games, and they looked a little shaky from time to time. I mean, giving up 2 goals to Bournemouth, a 2-goal lead at that, giving up to Bournemouth for them to equalize the first game of the season. They looked a bit shaky. Now you're betting in all these new players, right? So it makes sense, and the resilience of the squad in general and the quality of the squad eventually get you over the line in those games.
Yeah, of course.
And that's okay. So fine, paper of the cracks, but the performances haven't been much better game on game on game. I mean, there's one. I mean, his team selection in the Champions League. I don't know if you saw the lineup. Was fucking weird.
No, I did not see it.
It was very weird. There was no Verts. There was no. I mean, people were all over the shop. Frimpong was playing, but in Salah's position. Salah was benched. It was weird.
Yeah,
like the whole thing was very, very strange. Anyway, they. You have the Hugo Ekitike stupid in the League Cup, that mistake. Isak scored in the League Cup, still has not scored in the Premier League yet for Liverpool. Now, he had no proper preseason, so is he getting up to speed, for them, hopefully?
I would also debate in the last couple of games, he, really hasn't gotten the ball all that much either, especially in the Palace game. Just nobody got him the fucking ball.
Because the formation's all fucked. This game, what was surprising about this game is besides Isak, this is last year's entire team.
No.
They should all know each other.
Is this slot over tinkering, the team needing to learn to get used to one another, or a little bit of both?
But that's why this is concerning to me, because Chelsea were well and truly on top in this game. In my opinion, they had the more quality of the chances. I mean, Robert Sanchez, Liverpool, threatened to deceive a bit. I mean, Robert Sanchez had a little bit to do, but there was nothing actually dangerous in this game, really.
Right.
Isak, like I said, in this particular game, in contrast to the first four, this was Isak up top, but then you had Gakpo, Salah, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister, Andy Robertson, Connor Bradley, Konate. This was their normal team plus Alexander Isak.
Yeah.
So the rest of the 10 should know each other.
Right. Precisely.
And they turn in this performance?
Yeah.
It was a little strange, man. And it surprised the shit out of me, to be fair.
What's more surprising, how poorly Liverpool's been playing, or the fact that Chelsea were up for the match? Because Chelsea have been so fucking inconsistent so far this season.
Yeah, I am surprised they were up for the match. They started with a little bit of a strange lineup themselves. Obviously, Cole Palmer's still hurt, but the way that there's a couple people that come onto the field later on in the game. I'm still like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Where did he come from?
I remember Todd Bowley.
I'm looking at their bench. I'm like, who's squad
Bowley
number 47 or whatever?
Trying to do his best Marinakis and buy 567 players.
Exactly. And he's American, so he has a gun just like Marinakis, too.
Oh, yeah.
But just so you never know what you're really going to get from Chelsea. The fact that they were this up for the game and this in control of the game is what surprised me.
Yeah. Because also Liverpool has pretty much had their way with Chelsea at the Bridge in the last couple of seasons. They've done a pretty good job of just kind of quelling that crowd, and Chelsea looked up for it. The crowd was loud.
Big time loud.
Yeah.
Now, what they have done, which I hate, is they've added goal music, Chelsea.
Oh, yeah?
And it's the song is Chelsea Dagger. And it's
Yeah. It's the Chicago Blackhawks use it. Yeah.
Fuck off with the goal music.
Yeah.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Huh?
It's an earworm. It's in my head now.
Well, it's
But you know who the most famous goal music is? Bayern Munich. They I still don't know why they make sense together. They don't make sense together, but it's a piss take, which is why it's funny and why it works.
Right.
They also, the stadium DJ gives it a pause lets the fans celebrate before the goal music starts. And as the celebration starts to calm down is when he hits play. But they have Fred Flintstone going, yabba dabba doo, and then the can starts.
Right.
What the fuck is this? But Bayern Munich regularly beat people 5-6, 7-1 or 7-0 kind of thing. So it's an absolute piss take.
So the other great on a hyper local level, someone wanting to do a goal song because they knew the song and they don't realize nobody else knows the song at all is for the Annapolis Blues. Every time they score, it's Eiffel 85. I'm blue. Like,
everyone knows the song, right? But no one gives a shit.
It's like, just because it says the word blue, like, why?
I'm not a fan of goal music. Just let this natural celebration happen.
Let us do well, especially for Annapolis. We do the old Bay chant. Like, let the old Bay chant fucking ring aloud. That's fucking fantastic.
It's awesome.
You know. Oh,
and it's not like you have 12 people in the stands doing it.
So
there's thousands of people in the stands doing it. So the noise fills the air.
It's loud.
Yeah.
A 96th minute winner. So again,
hold on. We can't jump there.
Okay.
Moises Caicedo. What a strike that was. Holy shit.
It was a good hit.
That was fucking amazing, that. That was fucking excellent.
Yeah. And then
I couldn't believe what a good strike that was. Now, Virgil van Dijk,
Isak's little pass on the equalizer to Gakpo
I think that was a touch for himself. I don't think it was a pass.
Yeah.
I think he fucked up, but Gakpo reacted. I want to know what Virgil van Dijk was doing for Caicedo's goal, though.
Told you, man. It's lost the fucking stop.
Oh, and well, he gained it back, backing off of Caicedo. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he got that step. That's where the step went. There it is. Because he never addressed the ball.
Yeah,
he just said, keep coming, and his body shape is almost like he didn't know where he was on the field. His body shape, his ass was the goal, and he was, I don't know, 3 feet inside the post, maybe.
Why do you think they were so desperately trying to get Mark Gahey over the line? They need a third back, and they need to, like, if you're going to, the one thing you don't want to have is 2 aging center backs playing together all the time. And you have that in Konate and Van Dijk, right?
Van Dijk especially, I think he's 32 or 33 now.
It's okay to have one old one, but then there's got to be one young one,
Right.
right?
There's got to be somebody to pick up that slack. Yeah.
Precisely. And you have the wily, crafty veteran that's kind of holding down the fort and knows where everybody's going to play, but you still have that young aggression that's going to go find a tackle, get the ball, address the ball kind of situation.
That's why I couldn't figure out his positioning, because he's the wily, wise one.
Yeah.
What's he doing? One of the other shows that we talk about all the time anyway is the Ramble Boys. They were like, I mean, essentially, Virgil van Dijk twerked Caicedo into a chance. I mean, it was just shaking his ass in front of him as he backed away. It was weird.
Yeah.
But great goal. And then the equalizer, like you say, you have Cody Gakpo reacting first and stabbing at ball. It was an excellent goal. I mean, just an instinctive striker's finish. But the
and then
winner.
we get to the winner.
You get to the winner. And before the winner, I mean, Chelsea didn't let that equalizer stop them.
Oh, yeah, they
now,
were
Liverpool
going.
had a little bit more of a foothold in the game, and Sanchez was called into action a bit more at that point. But Enzo Fernandez hit the post. Caicedo had another brilliant shot that was just over the crossbar. Esteval had cut in already and curled the ball with his left foot that was just wide.
Right.
Mamardashvili had to make 2 excellent saves, one to his left and one to his right, that were both fantastic. I think one might have been from Gittins or somebody, and it was, and one might have been from Garnacho as well. I can't quite remember, but Chelsea were still pressing, still pushing.
Absolutely.
And the crowd remained loud. They didn't let that Liverpool goal deflate them.
Right.
And then you've got, I can't remember who it was that passed the ball across. Was it Garnacho? It wasn't Garnacho. It was somebody else that came on. It was a fantastic ball flashed across the 6-yard box anyway.
Yep.
And Esteval, Andy Robertson fell asleep. I mean, you saw it in the replay, right? When they did the slow-mo kind of to make sure everybody was on side. Andy Robertson's hands were on his knees.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready for, he was ball watching. You saw him like 3 or 4 seconds before kind of check Esteval's spot over his shoulder, and then he puts his hands on his knees.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? I mean, you're a full international of many caps. Like, you know this. You've won the Champions League, son.
Right.
Like, this is stuff you don't do. And he just switched off completely.
Well,
and
he's also not getting any playing time because it's pretty much all Kirkes out there playing.
Right, and Esteval gets the goal. I mean, he reacts well. He slides in well. Mamardashvili didn't really have a chance, and the ball flashed across was excellent. I do want to note, because I think at this point Hugo Ekitike was on the pitch. This was Esteval's first goal for the club. Scored a late winner at home in front of the home stand where everybody's going absolutely mental. The kid's 17 fucking years old. Against the reigning Premier League champions. Didn't take his shirt off. So he didn't get a yellow card.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah, not hard.
Nah, he's got more brains than Hugo Ekitike, who scored against a championship club in the League Cup, whose prize money is less than what he got fined.
Right.
For winning the fucking tournament.
For winning the whole fucking tournament. So, final question. I want to move on to the next game. Is are we supposed to believe in Chelsea now, or
No.
I mean,
No.
I feel like they've got this in their pocket. They can do this, but how often can they do it? Because they're also a team that lost a couple recently off of early second half red cards. So it just feels like
well, they did have somebody sent off in this game.
Yep.
So to continue that, it just wasn't a player this time. It was Enzo Maresca for his part in the celebration, running down for Esteval's goal. But he, which I did not know this, I guess I just never really noticed, and I only stick around for my own team's post-match. If a coach is red carded, he's not allowed to do the post-match interview.
no shit. That's too funny.
Yeah. So, I mean, so we got less of Maresca. which might have been a good thing.
The good thing is that they're always consistent, and they make sure that people that run into the center of the pitch, the coaches that run to the center of the pitch and celebrate with their keepers, definitely get red cards too. Oh wait, no, they don't. Moving on, this match was all Palace in the first half, and if it was much like the week before for Palace, if it wasn't for the goalkeeper, the week before it was Allison with 3 saves and 1 off the post. This week it was Pickford with 3 big saves and 1 off the post.
And another off the post later in the game as well.
Palace should have been winning this game 3-0 at halftime because Everton looked that fucking bad.
And David Moyes said that in his post match. I did see those comments in that clip. They should have been 3-0 up. I mean, a little bit of luck, but as you say, Jordan Pickford is worth his weight in gold to Everton Football Club.
Oh yeah. Oh,
and has been for years.
And that,
if it wasn't for Jordan Pickford, Everton would be playing in the championship right now.
Yes. Yes. We've said this. I completely agree.
But
he has kept the team single-handedly in the league multiple years in a row.
You have a little bit of luck, and then you have Munoz's goal, obviously. So they were only down 1-0. But just Daniel Munoz is one of the best wingbacks in the world currently.
Oh, yeah. He
dominates the right side of the field. They don't even need a right wing player.
Yeah.
Like he reminds me of Cafu from Brazil, the old Brazilian right back, and Dani Alves, same actually. He just does the whole right side by himself. He doesn't need anybody,
and he does that while putting in crunching tackles, putting wingers in his pocket,
and he's got an eye for goal. He scored on Thursday in the Europa League as well, or the Conference League. It should be in the Europa League.
You know, he assisted Jack Grealish and everything. It was great.
That's funny. But you know what was good is y'all didn't drop, right? You once that goal did go in, because they had some chances, you could have just went fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you didn't. You kept fighting. You came out the second half. Now there was a couple of scares still, because Palace were the better team overall, in my opinion.
Right. Well, it's reached a point into the second half. Here's Moyes obviously struck the fear of God into him a little bit about what Tim Howard has said this before on the desk at halftime. He's like, I know exactly what Moyes is saying to them right now because I've had it said to me before.
Right.
Like I know exactly what the fuck he's doing right now. I know exactly how loud he's yelling. But the other thing was too, he then made adjustments, right? Obviously no Dewsbury Hall, so he decided to move Njai to the 10, which is honestly more in Njai's natural position, right? And then gave the youngster Tyler Dibling the start on the right-hand side. And then went with Tieno Berry up top in this kind of back and forth switching between him and Beto. Obviously brought in Beto, moved Njai back over to the right, and brought in Charlie Alcaraz. And that made a world of difference as far as them being able to start to put some level of pressure onto Palace. Because in the first half, Dibling really wasn't able to ever get anything started, and it made it very easy for Palace to just go, fine, we're going to double up Grealish, triple up Grealish. We're not going to give him chances. We're just going to be all in his
grill. We're not going to let him create.
I would say...
But Alcaraz, obviously that
he made a huge difference.
Made a huge difference because Alcaraz passed the ball to Njai, who then crossed for eventually Grealish to put the ball in to win the game.
Yep.
Right? It was that connection anyway that did the work.
So I do want to say with the striker situation, I think we're asking a little too much at Tieno Berry as he's a youngster and he is an heir apparent, right? And we want to get him minutes, but I don't feel like starts are the right thing for him, right? If you're looking at a team, even if Beto isn't scoring, Beto's a chaos monster.
Yeah.
And he runs all over the place and is very physical and kind of beats you up.
But I wonder if David Moyes
not there yet.
I wonder if David Moyes has Marco Silva sort of Fulham idea where if one of them's not scoring, I got to remind them that I have Muniz on the bench. If Jimenez didn't put the ball in the back of the net,
the case,
and I'm going to give Muniz 2 starts in a row and bring Jimenez on, and then Jimenez ends up going on a 5-game scoring run.
For me, I would just start Beto for now and keep starting Beto because Beto's going to do kind of the physicality stuff you need. And then you bring in Barry later when he can run into space because they're 2 very different type of strikers, each of them.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
And, but the other key thing that really fell into this, because early in the second half, Palace had a couple of opportunities that they definitely should have scored on, and again, didn't. And then it was around right before we got the penalty that Njai scored, which, by the way, dead on penalty. There no doubt about it. Went through the guy. It was an easy call.
I felt bad for LaCroix.
Yeah, it was just.
I felt bad. LaCroix and Anderson, Elliot Anderson for Nottingham Forest, very similar situations. Similar situation in that they didn't really realize that the opposing player was there.
Right.
LaCroix, it was a great run from, I can't remember who he brought down.
Bonham. It was T.I.
Okay, so I can't. He misread the roll of the ball, basically.
Right.
But the player that he was worried about was in front of him. So when he fucked that angle up and he had to turn back in towards his own goal, Inga Bonham was there. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, shit. Like, he didn't even know he was behind him at that point. So when he turns his right shoulder to address that ball, Inga Bonham's already got the ball. He's like, oh, fuck. And he brings him down. Elliot Anderson, same way. He's trying to play out of trouble. And then Bruno Guimaraes steals in. And he just kind of turns. The ball's already gone, and he makes a tackle. And it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him in that sense.
Yeah.
Because I've been there as a defender.
It's
like,
hard luck.
Didn't
hard
really
luck
know.
Penalty. It's a pen, but it's a hard luck
it's
pen.
definitely a pen. He just
Now-
didn't know the player was behind him, and he turned in to do the right thing, and then it just all went to shit.
Here's what I started to notice at that point watching the game. Palace started to look real fucking tired.
Yeah.
And you start to wonder, because he's starting the same lineup during Europe and during league play. That team looked real fucking tired by the end.
It's also one of those too. You're at this new stadium.
Mm-hmm.
They built it similar to Goodison, where the fans are right up on you.
Interesting fact at the end there too.
It's loud.
Mm-hmm.
It's intimidating. Y'all are obviously unbeaten there.
Mm-hmm.
They do all of this good work, and they can see that you're starting to get a little bit more. You're starting to push a bit more. You're starting to put them under pressure a bit more. And then that's how you give up the goal, the equalizer. It's deflating. It's demoralizing.
And then after that, all Everton.
I think Pickford only had to make one more save the rest of the game.
And you could even hear in the commentators, they were like, there's going to be another goal, and it's probably going to be Everton.
You feel like it's going to be Everton that goes on to win this game.
Everton.
Absolutely.
And, of course, 92nd minute, ball comes in, gets knocked around. Munoz just goes to clear it. Again, completely unlucky, and he had a phenomenal game. Unfortunately, where he went to clear it was directly onto Jack Grealish's foot that it put it right into the goal.
Yeah, so Grealish gets his first goal for the club, obviously. I don't think he knew much about it. I think he's just trying to block the clearance, and it ends up careening into the roof of the net.
Yep.
But, truth be told, that may be the save of the season from Dean Henderson on Beto's header from Njai's cross.
Oh, yeah, got down low on that. It was a great save.
It was his back foot.
Yeah.
He just made himself big, and it was his back foot that trapped the ball back out in front to where Muniz could have a chance to clear it.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew much about it either. He just made himself big.
Yeah.
But all in all, you play that same play 9 more times, it's 9 goals for Beto.
Right.
So the fact that it went in is kind of justice, if that makes sense, because the chance shouldn't have been saved. But yeah, Grealish knew nothing about it. But congratulations, well done, son.
So things to note:
he's deserved a goal
on that goal. He actually didn't run into that stands. He actually ran over towards the sideline where his parents were.
Oh, nice.
And the decibel level, I believe it's 197, is on record now the loudest decibel level in all of English football. When you say it's
Ever?
a loud stadium,
Well, since these records have been kept,
yeah,
which probably started that day.
You said it's a loud stadium. No, my friend, it's the loudest fucking stadium.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that have said that Goodison was the hardest place to go play. Mm-hmm. Because it's such a loud, intimidating stadium.
And then you take that crowd and you build a stadium for that crowd.
Right, and but bigger as well, so more people can do it. and partake in it.
Echo the sounds, to trap the sounds. Like, as this team gets better and better, that place is going to become hell to
Oh
play
yeah,
at.
but Grealish's performances this season, he's warranted a goal.
Oh, absolutely.
And for him to get his first, and you see what it means to him. You know, everybody saw this kind of. He's a little boy in a 30-year-old man's body, right? I mean, and just running to kiss his parents there is very cute. But he's dumb as a bag of bricks, which is completely fine because he's good with the ball at his feet,
right?
And It's excellent. Good on him. I'm very happy for him.
He is when you look up the word fuckboy. OI, by the way, in the encyclopedia or a dictionary, it is a picture of Jack Grealish's face, probably wearing a hairband.
But it's also like he's no stranger to doing work. Everybody saw this flash player that likes to drink at Man City, right, for a couple of years. And there's a lot of people that are very new to football that still come into the fold every season. We drag people in, drag new friends in.
Right.
You know, don't forget Jack Grealish stuck with Villa when they got relegated.
Yeah.
He did his doggies in the championship.
Yeah.
Right? At Man City.
Helped keep them up single-handedly the first year they got back up.
Exactly. At Man City, in Pep's system, you have to do your defensive work.
Right.
Or it doesn't work.
Right.
Like, he put in a shift, and he's no stranger to doing that. And you wouldn't join at David Moyes' side not knowing that you were going to have to do some work.
You were going to have to do work.
And with those Cavs, it's a match made in heaven, it seems.
No shit. One last thought on the match is I just want to know how 8 minutes became 12.
The celebration, I think, obviously added another minute, but I'm not sure where the rest of it came from.
Like it was just like, oh, long throw. No, let's give him another long throw. Let's what the fuck? They got it. Like, come on.
I don't know.
And if you didn't hear the crowd for the goal, I guarantee you the ref heard that crowd for the last 4 minutes of the fucking match. Time to look at a pair of clubs that seem to be waking up to the Premier League, even though it's 6-7 weeks in. But how much do we really believe it? Manchester United 2, Sunderland 0, Aston Villa 2, Burnley 1. United actually look like a professional fucking football club for once.
Yeah,
like
they gave up a lot of chances though.
Oh yeah.
I think this game is totally different. I think it was Simon Adingra, but somebody had a chance in opening like 2-3 minutes. If they put that away, it's a very different game.
Right.
They have to deal with the stress of that, of going 1-0 down to newly promoted Sunderland in their own building after the couple of weeks that they've had.
Right.
I think it's a very different game if that chance goes in. But they survive that early scare and then start to really impose themselves on the game for a change.
Well, and here was the one thing that Sunderland couldn't do. Was concede early, and they conceded early. And then they conceded their second by the 30th minute.
So 8 minutes in, you got Mason Mount scoring a goal. Good ball from Brian Mbeumo. And Mason Mount, actually, to his credit, took that touch and then used the defender to unsight the goalkeeper. Right? And he had no chance. I mean, it was a well-placed shot to the right side, goalkeeper's left.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't see it until it was essentially by the penalty spot. I mean, it wasn't even... And he struck it okay. I mean, there's a decent amount of pace behind it. There's no way he was going to react to get there. But Burnley Sunderland to their credit kept pushing.
Yep.
I mean, they Lemons or whatever his name is, Lems, the new Manchester United goalkeeper. I can't be bothered because he's probably not going to be there that long.
Right.
None of them are.
He looked good.
He looked all right. He had a bit of command over proceedings for the most part. I felt bad for Roofs because he's had such a brilliant start to the season that ended up happening. I thought the penalty controversy as well was well handled for once by VAR and the referee.
Yes.
The player did feel something on his head because the ball fucking hit him.
Yeah.
Right? But he was already shying away from Šeško's foot.
Right.
Now, a non-foul foul, if you will, like a high boot or a dangerous play, I think Sunderland are a touch hard done, but I don't think VAR is allowed to make the decision.
No, it's either he kicked him in the head or he didn't.
Right. So what it really should have been was an indirect free kick inside the box.
Right, because his foot was at head level.
He kneed him in the armpit.
Yeah.
So dictionary definition of a high boot.
Yeah.
But I think the referee handled it well for a change.
He kicked it like a fucking rocket. That leg was up.
Oh, it's big time.
Yeah,
yeah.
big
And
time.
he's 6'6" or some shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But he obviously gets his goal at some point there. It was more of a hopeful boot than anything else. I think his foot was between the legs of the defender.
But now that's a couple of goals for him.
He still has less than Gyökeres.
I know. It brings us great joy to shit on United regularly, right? We know this, but the new striker has got you a couple goals now. The team is, they got that marquee win against Chelsea. They got this. I mean, they looked awful against Brentford, right? But you can only worry about what the next game is, and this was at home. And it was a nice 2-0 win. It's what they're supposed to be doing, right? So at least that's something to build on for United, right?
I mean, it should be, yeah. But, I would have liked to have seen them, if I want to say United are back, quote unquote, like our boy Mike is on the closed Facebook group when he said, "In Ruben we trust," and all that shit.
My first comment, me. Give me.
Yeah, come on. Wait till you go to Europe and midway. Oh, wait, you're not in Europe.
Yeah, you're not in Europe.
What I would have liked to have seen United go to score a couple more in the second half.
Yeah.
And really press home their advantage and really make a statement.
Instead of just seeing it out, go win 4-0.
Make a statement that we don't belong in 11th.
Right.
You're newly promoted. We should be dominating you. Let's reflect that in the scoreline. That's what I would have liked to have seen from them for me to even agree that they're on the way back.
The last time they did that in particular was Amarin's first win at Old Trafford, which was against Everton last season, which was a 4-0 win. And
Right.
that was fucking emphatic, right?
Exactly.
Like they still haven't done that yet.
Again, and
Yeah.
they haven't done it again. Really at all. And the other piece here is I thought Bertrand Traore was very unlucky to be booked. Was at the end of the first half. Might have been early in the second half when he cut between two players. He was clipped. It was out. It was outside the box. I can't remember which defender it was.
Right, but he got
But he definitely got clipped. They booked him for simulation. They booked him for a dive. It was dead wrong.
right.
His right
hit.
leg got clipped, and it put that classic put his foot onto the back of his left leg,
which made him trip up.
and it was
go
a
down.
foul. But it was outside the box. It was definitely not a penalty.
Right.
But I thought he was unlucky to be booked, and I feel like that yellow card should be appealed if they can even appeal it. I think that's fucked up.
So real quick here.
But that was a goal.
Yeah. So real quick here, this is kind of what I wanted to get at for this segment is, do we believe it? Do we?
No, fuck no. Absolutely not.
I'm with you. I tend to
No.
The next match for them is Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah.
And even with Liverpool playing poorly, I see Liverpool kind of putting a waxing to them because they need a statement now that they're not in first place anymore.
Yep.
Now.
And especially since we've already beaten them, right? So we took over first spot because of this weekend's action, right?
Yeah.
We beat United 1-0 first game of the season. It was a touch shaky, right? We didn't look completely confident in everything else. Everybody's been kind of criticizing Liverpool's performances. Your first game back from the international break is that fixture against Manchester United, but it's at home.
Yeah.
Right? It's at Anfield. So you should be coming back to 3-4-0 and showing all right, Arsenal, let's fuck. If you want a title race, let's do it.
Yeah. This
right?
is a title race.
You only beat them 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
We beat you on a worldie, fine. Okay, no problem. But you did this to them at their building. In our building, it's a 5-0 win.
Right.
Right?
Right.
They want to set that marker down and send that statement.
And I don't think United's going to be ready for it. No, I don't think they will be. Now, Villa, on the other hand, is on back-to-back wins, despite the fact that still Ollie Watkins just hasn't gotten started yet.
Not really. No, he hasn't. It's the Villa boys, for whatever reason, have been putting better performances in for England than they have for Villa.
Yeah, no shit.
But they went to PSV midweek. They got a good win.
That was a really good win at PSV.
Right?
That's a nice fucking win.
They had last weekend's travails. Now they've got this win.
Not PSV, Feyenoord. It was
Oh,
Feyenoord.
Feyenoord, you're
It
right.
was
You're right.
Feyenoord they beat.
PSV's in Champions League. I'm sorry.
Still, Feyenoord is a nice.
That was
fucking
not a
win.
dig. I did forget.
At Feyenoord is a good fucking win.
Also, Rotterdam, which is where I think Feyenoord is where they lifted. I don't know if they lifted the European Cup there, but definitely played on the way to lifting the European Cup in 1982. A lot of that was made in the build-up.
Right.
And it was a substitute that scored and a substitute goalkeeper that kept a clean sheet as well. There was a lot of similarities when they did it.
Oh, yeah.
Not the point. But it's multiple good
You mean
results in a row.
Marco Bizot?
Yes.
It's multiple good results in a row for Villa, and that's the key, right?
Real quick, I do have to insert this. When I was watching Gonzalo for all the highlights, right, on Paramount Plus.
For the Champions League stuff and all the
for
European
Europa,
matches. Yeah.
Definitely first half, Bizot makes like this little
A
save.
great little save, yeah.
And one of the commentators goes, Marco Bizot. And somebody goes, well, buddy, Marco Bizot. And somebody else starts talking. He goes, Marco Bizot. Thank you. and they just
brilliant.
cut out. And they cut out. Just cut right out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all they did from the commentary desk. I was
Fantastic.
like, fucking brilliant.
The other thing is somebody we've all wanted more from. He's been a great impact sub over the last season or so. But Daniel Malin really played well in this game.
He had a great game.
That second finish
back.
especially was fucking
It
brilliant.
was solid. I mean,
No, sorry, it was the first finish, the slide.
Yeah, the one, yes.
Was excellent. That was the first finish. Excellent.
Right on target. Was dialed in. It had power behind it. It was beautiful. Both of them.
So real quickly touch on Burnley, and then I want to get back to Villa to finish the segment. Burnley showed guile, right? Like they had a fight, and I think we're going to see that from this team the entire year. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be good enough to keep them up. But like I was talking about last week, I don't see them dead on last now. I think they're going to be a tough out for people.
Yeah.
And they proved it, and they got, the goal they got was a good goal. Like they played well.
Leslie Ukachukwu with a great header, close range from a corner. I'd question the marking a little bit there, but it was a fine header. Also, I love a man named Ashley, Leslie, or Lindsay. It's just
love it.
good.
Just
What
love
about
that.
Sue?
A boy named Sue. That's a Johnny Cash reference.
No.
Anyways,
It's also a boy. I said man.
so Mel, real quick.
By now, I'm sure he's a man.
Listen, it's cute when they're boys. When they're men, it's just gay.
Mel,
It's a throwback to sound check, by the
That
way.
is not a show title.
I was about to say the same thing. That is not going to be a show title.
If you don't remember the Kim Jong show Community from back in the day, you won't get that reference. I'm not a bigot, I promise.
Mel, what is the word on Buendia? Because I know he went out, got clocked pretty good. Looked like I got his
They
bell
have
rung.
not released anything beyond just recovering.
International break, so they can get away with it. I wonder if he goes back to Argentina or not.
Got a chill down me back.
Yeah, no shit.
was-
Huh? And the same question I just posed about United, I'm now going to pose about Villa. Are
Much
Villa
more
back?
confident.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, no, we're
Much
fine.
more
We're good.
confident. And as soon as Ollie Watkins gets a couple in a row, I think the floodgates are going to open. I
That
think
is-
it's going to be fine.
That is a team that will be finishing somewhere between 5th and 8th.
They were having fun.
Yeah, they
on
look good.
Sunday.
They looked really good.
But you
And
also had
that was something even the commentators picked up on. They're like, "Oh, Emi Martinez, he enjoyed that one. Oh, McGinn having a little bit of fun with them over there. It's just like, and they were enjoying it.
But you also had, right, the last two games prior to this one, and I include the Europa League in that. You had Buendia and McGinn scoring again. Mm-hmm. They, McGinn especially was played out of position for the first few games of the season. They looked unbalanced. You got him back playing a bit more centrally. Look what happens.
Yeah.
We're, the Villa are on the march. Once Ollie Watkins gets that confidence back,
Right.
I think it'll be fine. I think Villa are going to be absolutely fine.
By the way, Keith Kern wants you to know, Graham, killing it with the homeless drunk look.
Thanks, bud.
Rounding out the rest of the league, and so that happened. Bournemouth 3, Fulham 1, Spurs 2, Leeds 1, Arsenal 2, West Ham 0, Newcastle 2, Forest 0, Wolves 1, Brighton 1, Manchester City 1, Brentford 0. If you're the Cherries, of course, Semedo is scoring goals, but then also Kluivert added one as well. That is exactly what the fuck you want with your offense.
I have a very fun fact about that, but first,
Please.
I need to reference what Mel took us to break with.
Uh-huh.
Because I told my Rocket League dad friends that I was a headband guy now.
Uh-huh.
And I sent them this photo, a little high and a little drunk, but I sent them this photo. If y'all can see that, Mel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what got worked into the AI?
Well, no, not quite. Well, yeah, it did, but then I got this in response. If you remember this wrestler, Melissa, I got that in response, and I looked like him a bit. I got this,
Very good.
Melissa, and then I got this. So, drunk homeless man, yes, sir.
Yes, absolutely.
That
a
was
drunk homeless
the
man.
next AI meme that was sent to me about me and my headband.
All right.
Was that guy? So
All right,
sorry,
so-
you made me think of that, and that was very funny. That also other people thought of that.
Yes. So back to the game again. Semedo scoring. It's another brace for him. He's flying, but seeing Kluivert get a goal is really massive for the Cherries.
So he has two brothers. Patrick does, and they are. Or I'm sorry, Justin does. Patrick's the dad, the ultimate Kluivert, King Kluivert.
Heard King Kluivert.
He had a son score in the Europa League on Thursday. He had a son score on Friday in this game, and he had another son score for Barcelona under-19s on Saturday. First person to have three sons score 3 consecutive days in Europe's top 5 leagues.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty cool?
If I was their father, I would be walking around proclaiming to everybody exactly how strong my sperm is.
Don't forget they're Dutch. He's already done that.
Yeah, it's true. The
I
Dutch
have
are
strong
literal
sperm.
people.
Yeah. It was an excellent game, and the reason, if you look at my notes, I put the second is because you pitched the show running order as comeback kids in the first segment. And Ryan Sessegnon got the game going with a pretty decent goal from him.
Yeah.
But this was Squirt Session 2.0. Essentially, I mean, it was absolutely pissing it down after Manchester United Chelsea last weekend, and we saw what happened there. This game was absolutely pissing it down. Windy as fuck as well because it's on the south coast.
Yeah. Storm Amy coming through. Yeah.
That's right. Goddamn right it is. Okay. I'm gonna Google that later. Incognito, Mel. Okay. That's terrible. But no, it was a good game. Once it finally got going, that goal in the 70th minute. If you can condense that final 20, including stoppage time, 27 minutes from when Sessegnon scores to the end of the game, game was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
First half, couldn't have given a fuck. I almost turned it off. I almost left.
Oh, well, here again, though, for Fulham, another game where you go up first and you lose 3-1 again. That's back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, but again, you're away here in this one. I'd be more pissed about the one before.
Yeah, true.
Also, the conditions were difficult. I don't know how you feel about it as part of the goalkeepers union, but I feel like Bird Leno should not be giving up that first goal to Semenyo.
Agreed.
The getting nutmegged from that acute of an angle.
Yeah.
I mean, I know in that position as a striker with no real support, you're kind of hitting and hoping.
Right.
But to get actually nutmegged, I mean, it seemed intentional to be fair.
Yeah.
The way it happened.
I felt he should have had it. Absolutely, I agree.
But the other two, I'm not sure that he was at fault for. The third one especially, obviously, is a devastating counterattack. It's a great hit with his wrong foot early. I think he was, 2 yards outside the box, maybe right on the edge of the box. But Leno's not even set yet. And he hit it with his wrong foot first time.
Yeah.
There's nothing you really do about that.
Precisely.
And his team are up pushing for an equalizer.
Yeah, you're in no man's land.
Right. That's tough. You can't really knock him for that. But it's the second goal was a bit of a peach from Justin Kluivert. It was excellent.
Well, we know from last season he has that in his locker, and he
Yeah,
just hadn't
for sure.
He hadn't really gotten going yet this season. He is honestly, I knew all the defenders were going to get picked up. I really thought he was going to get picked up by somebody, too.
Preseason, and this is why we don't do our prediction until after the transfer window is closed. I thought Bournemouth were going to be in real trouble because I thought Semenyo, Kluivert, the defense, possibly Evan Nilsson would all get bought up. By somebody.
And
I'd like Evan Nilsson. I'm surprised that Newcastle waited out for Wiesa for so long.
Right. Just go get Evan Nilsson.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, and somebody else had kind of, the way Chelsea likes wingers, I'm surprised they didn't get Semenyo.
Right.
But, I mean, there's, Everton, despite where Bournemouth finished, Everton are a step up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they didn't go after a couple of those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Size of club, new stadium, new owners. I'm surprised they didn't go for a couple of those guys.
Well, for the 10, they really had their eyes on Dewsbury Hall. That's someone apparently they were looking at the year prior to as well. They were trying to get him in loan in January.
But it's a bunch of guys that does their doggies as well. I mean, they have to at a club like Bournemouth. You have to put your defensive shift in.
Yeah.
So it's somebody that I thought y'all would have been looking at kind of heavily.
Agreed.
But
so Leeds get their first loss at home, unfortunately. And hey, Sam, are you ready for my surprise face? Dominic Calvert-Lewin is hurt.
Is he? I didn't know that.
That's my surprise face.
That's funny. I'm surprised he lasted this long, to be honest.
Shocker, he's hurt.
He's played more games for Leeds this season than he did for Everton the last two combined.
Yeah, pretty much.
Leeds had an early scare for Tottenham. They survived it. They go down 1-0 up. Mateus Tell deflected. Fine.
Yeah.
They had a bit of control of the match for a while.
They clawed their way back in.
Leeds bought back into the game.
Yeah.
Caused some trouble. Vicario still looks absolutely dog shit at set pieces.
He's horrible at them.
I do not understand why that's absurd. But
how they didn't figure out a way to get Pickford from Everton, I'm baffled by. Baffled.
They get that equalizer from Okafor Leeds. And I thought for a second, I was like, Spurs might collapse here. This might be 2-3-1 Leeds. And they didn't. They stood up to the task and they defended pretty well here and there. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin should have had at least 2 goals in the game. Personally, one very early on, one a little bit later. But they, Darlow was forced into a couple of saves here or there. I thought this game could peter out to a 1-1, but then Tottenham started to turn the screw, and they actually got hold of it, and Mohamed Kudus scores his first goal for the club. Against Leeds, away from home, it's your first goal for your new club. They spent big money on you. Guess what he didn't do? He didn't take his shirt off.
Yeah, exactly.
Guess what else he didn't get? A yellow card.
Yeah.
Because he didn't take his fucking shirt off.
Right. Yeah.
Those are the rules, Liverpool.
Yeah, it's kind of how it works. It's not hard.
I'm going to point it out the rest of the season.
I'm fine with that. I think we just found a show title. You know what he didn't do? Take his shirt off. But
I'm more impressed with Esteval, obviously. Kudus has obviously scored goals in this league before.
Yeah.
But still, 2 players that kept their heads.
Even with them having a few Spursy moments, right, with the draw to Wolves and the loss to Bournemouth, don't look now. This team is 2 points behind you and 1 point behind Liverpool, sitting in third. And we said it. This is a good team. This team needs to be taken seriously.
They have quality.
I'm more of a believer in them than I am Chelsea. I think Chelsea is going to be far more inconsistent than Spurs will be. And that is namely because of Thomas Franks. That's where it changes. Is the manager.
That's the thing. And we're going to come on to them, obviously, in Forest. Nothing's improved since you got rid of Nuno. But look what happens when you get rid of Ange.
Let's
get a good manager in, and guess what happens?
Let's go right into that. The big thing for Newcastle would be you have both of the wingers healthy or not on red cards with Alanga and Gordon. With now Big Nick, Big Dick.
Big Dick Nick.
Yeah.
Old Voltemade.
Yeah, Voltemade in a van down by the river. playing up top.
He does look like a fucking surfer, bro.
So you finally have those three, right? Which is a good sign for Newcastle because they haven't been scoring, right? And
you got Wisa coming back in 2 weeks. They expect him back right after the international break. So
Barnes is a perfect person to have as a sub. You don't need him starting games. You need him as a sub.
although he does have a very punchable face.
Yeah, no, he definitely does. But in this match, this never felt in doubt. Even at halftime when it was 50-50 on possession and shots were pretty much the same, and I think Newcastle had one more shot on goal.
It was two. I think it was 2-1.
Yeah, but like even then, even with the stats being legitimately statistically even, you're looking at that match going, Newcastle's going to win this match. Well, there was no doubt Newcastle was going to win this match.
So both of these clubs, they're fairly similar, right? I mean, obviously, Notts County is very close, just across the river in the same city. But you have two teams that have very imposing, very intimidating stadiums whose fans are quite loud, right? Newcastle do their shit right. They put their away fans are way up high where they can't really affect the play.
Yeah, upper fucking corner.
The entire bottom square or bowl, I think they're square still.
It's only Newcastle supporters.
It's only Newcastle supporters. So it's a hard place to go.
Yeah.
It's a very intimidating place to go.
Absolutely.
I thought Forest held their own in the first half. I think they troubled Nick Pope once or twice. Nothing major. They looked more organized. They looked a bit better. But, I said this before. I think Ange invites pressure on himself by saying shit with a little bit of vibrato, trying to, I don't know, be cool for the media or, exude confidence in his team or whatever. Like when they see the interviews and they go, oh, thanks, boss, for saying that about me. After he got appointed, that first weekend when they lost to Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, they said, well, when are we going to start to see Ange's Nottingham Forest?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you'll see him Wednesday.
Yeah, and they lost.
In the Europa League. And that didn't go well.
They're now 7 matches in, and they haven't won
And
yet.
they haven't won a game.
Yeah.
So now it's like, why would you say that? You know what I mean? You're inviting a criticism at that point. You say, the players are really starting to take my ideas on board, and I think you'll start to see them in the coming weeks. You'll start to see them really implement my system or whatever. But you also, first game in charge, Murillo, muscle injury. Murillo goes off in this game after being out. This first game back goes off early. What is, I don't know. I feel, again, I said this earlier, I feel bad for Elliot Anderson and the manner in which that happened. But when you give Dan Byrne the number 10 slot after tackling a fair tackle, by the way, it was not a foul on Morton Gibbs-White. I personally don't believe. And then he turns and runs, half the pitch, and then does a little shimmy and dinks off to Guimaraes, and Guimaraes unloads a shot like that.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Right.
And Matt Sells had already made 5 or 6 saves. So it's I don't know where Forest are going, but they're 1 point above the drop. I would like to ask you a question.
Shoot.
The Ramble Boys posed it to themselves, and I want to ask you because it's poignant and it's funny. Also, excuse me, Marinakis has filed a complaint with UEFA over the refereeing against Midtjylland
Really?
on Thursday, which Forest are famous for.
Right. He did that to Everton.
So they are in 17th place right now, Forest. What if they finish there and win the Europa League, and this just becomes like a really niche specialist thing that Ange
does? Shit in the league, but wins Europe.
But survives.
Right.
Finishes in 17th, but wins the Europa League.
Yeah.
He'll be coach of Palace next season.
The problem is that Emmy with Villa is in the league, and we all know Villa's winning Europe because that's what.
And then you have Marinakis inviting pressure, right? I mean, when he unveiled Ange, he said, he was like, oh, well, he speaks Greek, so he's good by me because he's Greek heritage. Obviously, he was born in Australia, but he's Greek heritage. And then these performances.
Postecoglou, no, I would have never guessed that.
But then these performances happen. And it's like, what are you doing?
And we're going to jump back now to your game, but I just felt since you had brought it up, might as well go to that one
why
first.
not?
But
my game, there's not a lot to talk about.
No, there's not. But I want to say when it comes to the hiring of Ange Postecoglou, I'm not blaming him right now. I'm blaming Marinakis. That was a reactionary fucking thing. And you should have figured out a way. I mean, for fuck's sake, the guy likes to carry a gun on the field. You think he could have sat down and brokered a peace offering between the director of football and a head coach who, I don't know, got you to fucking Europe?
Well, here's the thing, right? You know, one of my stores in the Westminster area that recently sold.
Yeah.
Their owner and their manager don't see eye to eye politically. They started to get under each other's skin after 20 some odd years together, but he had full reign to run the store. Even after they started disagreeing, he had full reign to run the store. They didn't speak for months at a time, and he had full reign to run the store. Why? Because he was a good fucking manager.
Right. Knows what he's doing.
And until the owner decided to sell the store, that man was still employed at that store.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't have to fucking get along with the people that you employ because they're good at their fucking jobs, even if you don't agree with them.
Let them do their job.
Period. And he should have kept Nuno on. That's the end of the story. You have a full squad that was kind of curated and built by Nuno after you bought 1,000 players over the last 2 seasons. That he worked with this 27 or 28 man squad, whatever it was, 26 man squad, and they put in performances. They ran through a brick wall for him. What's Chris Wood doing? You think he was a one hit wonder? He scored 15 goals for Burnley.
Mm-hmm.
He's got one this season so far in the Premier League?
Chris Wood, some crazy ass stat, like 10 years of double-digit goals.
That's what I'm saying.
In the Premier League.
He's got one so far for Forest because you can't figure this fucking system out.
He's got the biggest, dumbest forehead in all of fucking
doesn't make
footy.
any
You can't
sense.
get the ball to him?
The only thing I can think of is it's a New Zealander that you hired an Australian to manage. Get fucked. You just don't get it.
Professional day at the office for the Gunners, but they find themselves atop now.
You know what? I think Arteta overthinking things. Did you see the attacking lineup we started with? Zubimendi. It was Declan Rice was the anchor.
Yeah.
Then you had Odegaard, Eza.
Yeah.
You had loads of attacking players on the field. You had Saka, you had Gyökeres, and I think Martinelli started the game. You had all of these players on the field, and we were fine, like we were comfortable, but it was so unbalanced we couldn't figure out what to do.
Yeah.
There was too many cooks in the kitchen.
Right.
So what I would like to see is we have like-for-like replacements in every position. If you don't think this guy's up to snuff, or you think this guy might get injured, or he needs a rest, don't change the formation. Just take Odegaard out, put Eza in.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Or put Nwaneri in and start Eza on the left.
Odegaard hurt
or whatever.
again. Like, just
give 3 straight games. He's come off before halftime.
Give him a fucking few weeks off, man.
Yeah.
You've got the fucking legs. You've got the ponies in the fucking stable. Give him a few off.
Agreed.
Because especially your schedule's about to start getting pretty easy.
Agreed.
Let him fucking rest a little.
Agreed.
Like, just.
But it was a knee to knee.
Yeah.
What happened was a knee to knee that he couldn't recover from, and he thought he might be able to give it a go. I think it was a bit of a dead leg sort of situation.
Yeah.
It was a pretty hefty, because he was not the aggressor in the situation. It was a pretty hefty challenge on him. Not a foul by any means. It was a 50-50 ball. They both got the ball. But it was knee to knee, and the other guy was running full pelt.
Yeah.
So it's one of those. It sucks. And he gave it a go. He tried for another 3-4 minutes to run it off, and it wasn't hitting. What patience by Martinelli to see it. He was like, "Oh, Victor, this could be a goal for you." Waited for it to come off the post, and then hesitated again to let the defender end up in the back of the net before he tapped it in.
Yep.
Fucking brilliant. To also make them look stupid AF. It was a professional game.
Real quickly,
Bukayo Saka's goal won me $85 also, by the way,
nice.
on FanDuel.
Cool. Real quick, just to touch on West Ham, Nuno's got a lot of work to do. Nuno's the right guy for the job. Like, Nuno's who took over for Cooper when Forrest was in a bad fucking way. Got them fucking solidified, figured out a way to get them to stay up, and then the next year they're battling in Europe.
I'm really glad that I had that information about Nuno prior to the game starting, right? The week before, obviously, he was taking training that Saturday, or took the game that Saturday.
Right.
That's exactly why I went with under 4.5 in my bet.
Mm-hmm.
The Arsenal are a much better team.
Yeah.
West Ham are not very good. Nuno, the one thing we know he knows how to do is set up a defense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he did.
Yeah.
And we found it difficult to score. I think, again, Arteta overthought it. But don't forget, this was the game last season where in March or whatever it was, Graham Potter's second or third game in charge, where I said, I'm not confident we're going to win the league anymore.
Right.
Because we lost to West Ham in our building 2-0.
Right.
This is now a turnaround.
Yes.
We've now beaten them 2-0. And it was a comfortable professional job, and we maybe have a touch of a worry in Odegaard. I haven't seen what's been said about the knee, but
again, you got the ponies in the stable,
we
man.
have the players to cover it now.
Yeah, you'll be okay. You've got the players to fucking play behind them.
And then you have the added bonus of the 15-year-old Dalman, right?
Yep.
I mean, he was excellent when he came on against Leeds. He was very bright. So we're fine. It was a good professional win. There's not much to say about it. Hopefully Odegaard's not hurt too much.
The only thing consistent in this league right now is Brighton's inconsistency.
Bro.
They fucking confuse me, dude.
They lost me my bet.
They fucking confuse me.
They lost me my bet. And usually very reliable Danny Welbeck was the reason for it.
Yeah.
Terrible defensive header. I've never seen anything like that. If I headed the ball like that, I would have quit playing when I was a freshman in college.
Yeah.
It was horrific.
Yeah.
Heading the ball back to the middle to an area flooded with Wolves players. Now, I will say, what a fucking strike it was.
Yeah.
What a save it was.
Yeah.
Because it got saved.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Johnston, or Verbruggen, saved it.
Yeah, and then it rolled off of his
And
back.
then it hit his back after it hit the crossbar. But for him to even get a hand up in time was amazing.
Yeah, he shouldn't have even gotten a hand to
And
that ball.
he laid there and was just like, I mean, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
I did the job.
I mean, that was a rip. I did what I was supposed to do.
It's just terribly unfortunate.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
Just before that, though, Baliba takes out whoever it was on the wing.
Yeah.
Vitor Pereira gets sent off. Another coach that was unable to do a post-game presser.
I wonder, for me with Vito, that very much to reference it to baseball, it's like when a manager just decides, I'm not liking what the refs are doing. I'm getting myself thrown out purposely because
I'm going to make a point.
and this will fire up my team. Like that,
Yeah, it's what I used to do.
I just felt like this was him doing some old school Earl Weaver Baltimore Orioles shit. Like, come out and say a lot of really offensive stuff. Remember in the movie Bull Durham when they say Crash Davis must have called him the one thing you're not allowed to call an umpire, which was cocksucker. That's directly ripped off from Earl Weaver, because that's when he would just walk out and go, "Were you a fucking cocksucker?" right off the bat, get thrown right the fuck out. Oh, anyways, back to actual footy.
But see, that's what I would do, right? And you've said this to me many times. How many times were we behind in a game just on the balance of play, and I would just hit the first person I was close to that was receiving
a blue
the ball,
card, turn around and yell at
and
the
I would
team.
just turn around and go, "What the fuck are you all doing?"
Yeah, fucking play.
And then I would, take my yellow or whatever, and I'd go off the field, and and then we were fine after that.
Yep.
And that's what happened here. I mean, it was immediately after Wolves scored, and it took a lot for Brighton to get back into it, to be honest. I mean, Wolves had the better of the chances. Verbruggen was the busier of the keepers. Eventually, Johnston needed to make some saves. But and one of them was phenomenal, by the way. Johnston was on. I think Jose Sa might not be getting back between his sticks.
I might finally be Johnston. Yeah,
completely fair.
I tend to agree. But here's the thing for me with that is Wolves again for the second straight week concede a late equalizer, and when we've talked about getting ties is important. But when you've started the way that they have started,
you need 3 points here.
You needed a 3-pointer,
especially with Brighton were so sloppy.
Now
they were gifting the ball to them.
Worth noting, when they come back, Sunderland and Burnley. in back-to-back weeks. So there is something for them to look at. Even though Sunderland's playing very well, that is something for them to look at and go.
For Wolves.
Right. Sunderland's playing well, but Wolves will get Sunderland when they come back, Sunderland and then Burnley.
I mean, there's
and
6
they gotta
pointers.
look at those and
you got to imagine there's 6 pointers immediately.
we need to win both of those.
Right. Absolutely.
That is it. We have to win those games, right? That's what we got to do.
Van Hecke made up for his poor start to the game, obviously, with the equalizer. Mm-hmm. And then they couldn't go on. And this was the reason that I lost my bet.
Yep.
This game.
Yep. Oh no, Rodri's hurt again.
City surprised me by the last 15 minutes. They were hanging on again.
Against Brentford.
Mm-hmm.
Against Brentford.
But they were wasteful most of the game.
Yeah.
Holland, this is going to piss me off. I had over 1.5, a real money bet.
Mm-hmm.
I had a $15 bet to pay me $105.
Mm-hmm.
I missed out on a second goal, and I missed out on a second Holland shot on target. That shot in the 9th minute was the only shot he had.
Wow.
He had one block shot later, but I needed a shot on goal.
Wow.
It was absolutely pitiful from City after they scored that goal.
Mm-hmm.
They dominated the game in general, but I think it was Igor Thiago right before halftime. If it wasn't for Donnarumma, this game would have finished 1-1.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely the case. And that's the key thing for Brentford is you're going to play people tough at home. And, you know, I'm not a believer, but this is, if you're a believer that you're going to stay up, these are the kind of games, these are the kind of performances you need to have in matches you know you're going to lose because goal differential fucking means something.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sure money.
Well, as I stated a second ago, because Brighton couldn't get over the line against Wolves, I am down now $600 fucking dollars.
I'm down $600 too, and 0% of the time it works. None of the fucking time.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to do something real safe on my TikTok bet just to fucking get a win on the board.
So I need to look at what I'm going to do for real money bets and just do those things for the show. Because last week, between DraftKings and FanDuel, I took the gambling houses for $700.
Ah, very good.
I was very nice.
Very nice.
It was awesome last week for me. But yeah, this. So you know what? Making my way downtown to William Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Arsenal. Seagulls, go fuck yourself.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
No, what's the Chelsea music?
Yeah. All right. Well, Mr.
You
Graham,
get Chelsea's goal celebration music because you're cunts.
that is going to wrap it up, Mr. Graham. Do you have any parting words?
I don't remember any bad people this weekend, to be quite
good. Well,
fair, except for Vitor Pereira
Yeah.
and Enzo Maresca being idiots.
Excellent. Well,
That's all.
I'll allow. Yes.
Marco Silva was really mad about something. Do you remember? I still can't figure out what it was.
Oh.
It was very cunty,
Oh.
actually.
Allow me to
That was
hijack it. Allow me to hijack it for a moment. When this show goes up on Tuesday, it'll be about 19 years ago to the day that I asked someone to marry me, and I'd do it all again. So, love you very much, Mrs. Houston.
Oh,
Yeah, well, you might want to unmute yourself if you're saying "oh" to make me sound good, at least.
Aww.
Yeah. So. That's not our anniversary. It's the day I asked her to fucking marry me. So that's all.
Yeah, to be honest, I can't remember if it was the 7th or 8th, but now I know.
It's always the 7th.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah. Thank you.
if he remembers it, he'll never let you forget it.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Well, it's remembered for other reasons. But anyways.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
Well
you.
done. You didn't let the wrinkly shirt get in the way.
No, he said something stupid, and I still said yes.
Yep, exactly. That is when I took a knee with the ring in hand. She looked at me and said, "Don't say something stupid," with tears running down her eyes.
I was still in my pajamas too. It was so romantic.
She had to go to work. I wasn't gonna let her get out of the house before I did it. That's
Yeah.
all there was to it. And then she went to work, and everybody was promptly like absolute fucking assholes to her at
Yeah,
work
they
that
were
day.
all mad that I was late to work.
What'd you say? Because it was stupid, obviously.
I just
The fact that he asked me.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was just that was a day that harbored a different meaning for me, and that I wanted to take an example of what that man meant to me and the love he had for his wife, and that was the day I wanted to ask my wife to marry me.
Oh,
Look
nice.
at that. One of only 2 friends on their first marriage.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Who's the other one?
Flam.
Oh yeah, Flam. That's it.
We
Yeah,
talked
us and
about
Flam.
that.
Yeah, that's right.
Once he got someone to marry him, he wasn't going nowhere. That was it. There's no chance he was getting a second.
All right, everybody. Next up is DU does the EFL, or DU does EFL, where we're going to recap the rest of English football. Championship had a wackadoodle fucking week to talk about, including the Old Farm Derby as well. And, of course, then we will be doing Injury Time, which will be a preview of the games for 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
So we don't have to do a show next week. And we're going to talk about the beers we were drinking, check in on our fantasy team, and our adopted clubs. Should you want to support this show, Mr. Graham, how do you go about doing it?
Very easy. I'll get my leg out for the taxi. It's at patreon.com. Not at, excuse me. Sorry. Fuck that.
He's already driven past you, bitch.
Patreon.com/DU Football Show. Just sign up to that $5 tier and you get all the extra shows Sam's talking about.
And if you're hanging out with us live on the stream, stick around. We're going to just take a real quick break, and we're going to come back and do the EFL show for you all. So until next week, everyone.
Good night.
right, you are back live on intranets.
Hi, intranets. How the hell are you?
There's nets, and then there's intro to nets.
Speaking of the internet, Mr. Graham, do you know what my favorite movie quote is of all time?
Ever?
Ever.
It's got to be from Tombstone.
No.
Really? Quote it all the time.
It's from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Okay.
I actually quote Pulp Fiction and Bull Durham more than I quote...
Is it just silence?
No. What the fuck is the internet?
Oh, yeah. All right. Fair dues. You do say that a lot.
That is something Jay says, is what the fuck's the internet?
It's pretty funny.
It's not your favorite quote of all time.
It absolutely is. It absolutely
I don't
is.
think you're correct. Oh, sure, Billy got it. What the fuck is the internet?
Yeah, what the fuck is the
What
internet?
the fuck is the internet?
Exactly. Hold on one second here. Just on fucking general goddamn principle.
Oh, good lord.
Going to... So my bio, waiting for it to load up.
I'm sure this is exciting for everybody.
No, it doesn't have it, but it used to have like movie quotes, and it had on there. It was "What the fuck is the internet?" Is what it actually had on Facebook for me, and I never changed it because it's "What the fuck is the internet?" All right, we ready to do the EFL show?
Would you like a chocolate covered pretzel?
Yeah, exactly. That would be Mallrats.
I know. It's sure, Billy.
Is he going to get it here somehow?
36 in a
24.
row. My mom's been fucking a dead guy for years. I call him Dad. Dun, dun, dun. Salsa shark. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Can we start the show?
I'm just waiting for Graham to put his fucking phone down.
I'm
and
ready.
this- Okay. Well,
I'll
then.
start when you fucking push the buttons.
And there it goes. It finally goes down. So there he is. Now he's paying attention.
Now we've started.
Well, I mean, you talk about this whole respect thing, and yet you just seemingly don't respect me at all.
No. I have that for most other people.
All right. Oh, well,
Most other people.
cool. Well, then when I'm
Not all.
I'm gonna start camming your ass. You know what? I don't love you, and I'm not really sure. I think I kind of like you. Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston. Sam Houston? Arsenal fans have another Sam. Right day, the fucking Gooner Graham. Snub of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Asshole, you're goddamn right I am. Hello and welcome to DU Does the EFL, a completely biased brief recap of the rest of English football is told by two common American schmucks. I'm your host, Sam Houston. Across the way from me, my co-host.
No, you are my co-host.
Okay. Yeah. Someone who does not respect or like
Someone
me
that
at
knows
all.
their place and knows the amount of respect they're actually owed.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
You called yourself
100%.
out.
We're even
Mr.
keel, my friend.
Mr. Samuel Graham.
man.
How you doing over there, fucking hair braid, hair bun, fucking whatever the hell you are, homeless fucking man?
Doing very well, thank you.
Very good, very good. And of course, on the ones and twos, producer Mel. How you doing over there, producer Mel?
I'm doing good. Shore Billy wants to know what self-respecting man takes multiple me trips, woman things with woman hair.
I don't take me trips. What me trip did I take? My wife's going with me to New Orleans. What is he talking about?
I don't know.
I do have
We're on a
one
delay too, so it'll take me like 5 seconds to find out.
Okay.
Good, because I have one more thing for you on the old making fun of my hair thing. Rob was watching Chelsea Liverpool with his wife Elizabeth, and she said, "Now he sent this picture to because of Josh and Dave,
Right.
sent this picture to the group to explain who it was. But as it was Mark Cucurella that put the cross in. Actually, now that I remember, it was Mark Cucurella that put the cross in for Esteval. She goes, "Wow, I didn't realize Sam Graham played for Chelsea." And then Rob sent this picture of Cucurella to everyone.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got that going on.
Oh,
to
your golf
explain
trips.
who that was.
Your golf trips is your me time.
Yeah, that's a man thing.
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts. And, of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, why don't you take a little break from your me time and tell everybody how they can get in touch?
Listen, my me time put me in the hospital twice.
Yeah, no shit.
That's how you know it's man time. By the way.
And I got blamed for it.
At
wasn't
DU Football
there.
Show at all the social medias and dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email. Or you can just join the YouTubes and comment like all these sad fuckers.
We are drinking the exact same shit we drank the last show.
Championship Corner!
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh no!
I've only seen Harold once in the last month and a half at the office.
Uh-huh.
I need to get him on the deck soon, I think.
Okay.
I haven't seen Harold in a while.
Yeah.
I need some Harold in my life.
No, every single Wednesday afternoon you can come to the Herald Harbor and he'll be there.
Yeah, great. I am in the dregs of Carroll
And
County.
Parkinson's there too, and where everybody tends to stay. Oh yeah, you won't even be home by then.
Denise is there?
Yeah.
Oh, bring my wife.
And
She likes making fun of Denise.
and in a couple of weeks, Berkner will be there with a bunch of wine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was there a few weeks ago.
I saw Kristen in a store, and we drank a bunch of wine together in the back room.
Yeah,
After she got done tasting the
She has a
account on
bunch of dead samples, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna bring them here, and we'll all drink them." Like, okay, why not?
Nice.
You know?
While Denise is there?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's odd. What does Amanda say about
She giggles about that.
that? Okay.
Yeah, well, and
Does
also-
Amanda show up as well?
or maybe there's no more Amanda.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Injury time discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll you know what? Patreon.com/DU Football Show. Sign up to that $5 tier, and you'll get all the rest of this dirty news.
That's my whore right there.
Thank
God,
you.
I fucking
Well,
love you.
I'm Denise's whore.
As if I didn't Jack Grealish it over to him.
Yeah,
As if-
precisely.
Most of Breakthrough was
Yeah.
back in the day.
No shit. Craziness in the championship over the midweek. Not a single home side won.
Damn.
All draws or losses.
Ooh.
Not in every single match. Not a single win on Tuesday or Wednesday from a home side.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So, looking at a few clubs for the entire week, Pompey drew at home, but then over the weekend, beat top of the table fucking Borough at home 1-0, motherfuckers.
On, Portsmouth.
They have moved themselves up to 14th place. They sit
I
at
like
3-3-3. So,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
It's the most unassuming fucking just regular.
Honestly,
guys.
that's all we want for Pompey. We want a couple more years
Well,
like
just
that.
keep 'em
Like,
in-
just
yeah,
Keep
it's
them up
fine.
there.
It's
Get
still
some
annoying.
Stability.
It's still annoying.
Be all right. Have a couple more, South Coast derbies over the next couple of years because no need to have Southampton coming up yet. We'll be all right, But with that 1-0 defeat for Borough, they are knocked out of the top spot. And now, Fat Frank's Coventry are sitting in first place, unbeaten this year.
Wow.
At 5 wins, 4 draws, no losses, a plus
Wow.
20 goal differential. The American Haji Wright has 8 goals and
I like it.
leads the league, and they are on fire. And this week, a 4-0 win at Millwall and a 5-0 win at Wednesday. That Wednesday match is worth talking about. 2/3 of the stadium was fucking empty.
Good.
They protested the club.
Awesome.
The ownership group.
Good.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Take the power back, man. Fuck that guy. Don't give him your money on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Yeah. Fuck you. You don't get our money.
Don't give Wednesday your money on Saturday.
Exactly.
It's not good.
And
Everyone in the Adams family knows that.
beautifully done for that, because I forgot to do the
weird
Wednesday
fucking-
on Saturday.
Come
You
on.
know, all that. So you caught it for me. Blades are still in dead last after losing twice, and the big one was on Saturday. They lost to Hull City, which Hull City at the start of the year, the teams they predicted to go down. They expected all 3 promoted clubs to stay up. But the 3 clubs that they were dead on to go down was Wednesday, because they're a fucking
That
mess.
was a shit show.
Oxford, who punched well above their weight the year before and has always been kind of a League One side, right? And Hull. Those are the 3 teams everybody was like spot on. These are the teams going down. If ever there's an opportunity for the Blades to fucking right it and get it going, there's the match. And you fucking lose, man. And
They're
you
in a bad way as
fucking
well,
lose.
man.
Yeah.
They're not as much of a shit show of a club as Wednesday are. But the squad just ain't clicking. Something's just not right. And they need to make a change soon, honestly.
Yes.
Because, no league is it truer than in the championship, where you can't, it's the old cliche, you can't lose the league. You can't win the league in the first 3 weeks or 5 weeks or 10 weeks or whatever it is. You can certainly lose the league. And they can lose their place in the league.
Yeah.
They can dig themselves enough of a hole that they cannot climb out of it.
Exactly the case. And
So that's worrisome.
Yep.
And just a real quick throwback to where thank you for picking up the football for me, because I fail at my job regularly and somehow command respect in the intro. That's why I don't sound check myself, Sam, because I'm perfect.
okay.
Thanks.
You know what a good co-host does for one another? Don't point out every mistake that they make.
No. That was too big.
Because I don't point out every mistake you make. In fact, I point out none of the mistakes you make. But if you need
fuck
to,
off.
note taken. Start pointing out Graham's mistakes. Done and
None
done.
of my mistakes. You make mistakes. You call out my shit all the time.
Normally off mic. Hey, Mel, you heard it. He wants me to start calling out all of his mistakes now. I got you on that one. And, of course, on
It's more just
Sunday,
digging myself up, actually.
Sunday, we had a big one. It was the Old Farm Derby, which saw the Tractor Boys of Ipswich winning at home over the Canaries of Norwich 3-1.
So the weekend, okay, you said it was just midweek that had no
home winners.
winners.
Plenty of home winners on over the weekend.
Okay. This is a big deal because Norwich is in or around the playoff spaces last season. Obviously, you had Ipswich coming back down, obviously, at the
And
beginning of the
lost
season.
a lot of players,
But
and
lost
didn't
a ton of
start
players.
the year
And-
well.
Exactly.
You want to talk
And-
about the way to jumpstart your season? Go fucking win your derby.
And this is why you throw out the form whenever a derby's played, right? I mean, we always say it, with you guys in Liverpool, like you're always on opposite ends of the table, and these games are so important and so visceral in a lot of cases with the fans and everybody going crazy. The players feed off that, man. They feel that, and that can empower them or crumble them. And in this case, it empowered them, and they absolutely stomped them out.
Stevenage have jumped back into the top spot of League One with a victory and a Bradford City draw.
I don't mind that.
The Posh lost to Bolton and have slipped their way right back into the bottom of the table.
That's annoying
again.
because I want Peterborough to come up.
Yeah, well, they're a team that's always kind of been in and around the championship. For
I
the
know,
most part.
yeah.
And they definitely having a struggle. That's for damn sure. And then here's one that's interesting.
I'd like to see Bolton come back up though too. 'Cause
that's one I've been kind of really rooting for.
It's been a
is
long
Bolton.
time since they've been up, and
Yeah.
and we make jokes about it all the time with Allardyce and some of the things that he's come out with and he does, and the shit's a bit weird, and but he actually revolutionized a lot of the sports science stuff when he was at Bolton. I mean, they were the first to kind of use like the heart rate monitors and the trackers on their players and some of that stuff, like where Arsene Wenger did the diet and the quit smoking and the no drinking sort of stuff with his players. Sam Allardyce really embraced the sports science side, where nutrition and fitness was kind of Arsene Wenger's thing. And between the two of them, completely revolutionized English football.
Oh, absolutely.
And made, kind of the Premier League the behemoth that it is, really, because the standard exponentially increased after that. And so I'd like to see Bolton back. They were a throwback that I really enjoyed. Also, wasn't that Tim Howard's only goal for Everton?
Yeah.
Was against Bolton in that very windy game.
Yep. But then ultimately
goal kick straight and floated over UC Jääskeläinen, I think.
And then
Back in the
ultimately
day.
lost that match on a Gary Cahill winner late.
Yeah. Who ended up signing for y'all later on, right?
No, Gary Cahill, not Tim Cahill. Gary Cahill, who went on to
that's
play
right.
for
And
Chelsea.
I was also thinking of Phil Jagielka.
Yeah.
Gary Cahill went to Chelsea, another blue team.
Now, also worth noting, one of the teams at the bottom, a bit of a surprise, the Tangerines, Blackpool, down near the bottom now.
This is their normal sort of level, really. When they came up, they come up to the championship here and there.
But the last couple of seasons, they've been in and around the playoffs of League One. So to have this bad of a start is uncharacteristic for them, to say the least. And worth mentioning, Reading did draw, so they're sitting in 19th place right now. So they're out of the drop.
They're still safe. At the moment, but
they moved up a spot because they were 20th the week before. So
this is the sad part. Is this is a regular occurrence in the lower leagues, right?
Yeah.
You have these foreign, not billionaires. You have foreign multimillionaires that buy these clubs that go, I'm going to take us to the Premier League, and then I'm going to sell up and make buku fucking dollars.
AKA Wolves right now.
Yeah. And Reading are in that situation where they had that Die Young, they had that dickhead. Wednesday are finding themselves in that situation at the moment in the championship, right? And it's just it's a shame, but for Reading to be able to survive, that for now at least, that little bit. I mean, obviously there's a long way to go. We're early days in the season, especially in the lower league.
Well, let's remember all the bullshit that they dealt with, and that team finished up one spot out of the playoffs last year. They lost to Leyton Orient in the final day of the season.
Well, right, but what I'm saying is you have Reading conversely with Wednesday and to obviously to a lesser extent because there aren't the biggest problems with the ownership at Sheffield United. But you've got, the Wednesday owner who's refusing to fucking sell up for whatever reason. And you have Reading's owner who finally got forced out. And look at them. Not much. But they're out of the relegation zone. Yep. They're on the march up the table. And that's what you need. It's points on the board, man.
Wassel are still sitting at the top of League 2 with Swindon.
That's exciting.
Swindon just behind them. Well, we're just going to wait for Wassel to do the epic dive like they did last season.
They always do.
But here's the big one. Grimsby Town have leaped into third place over Gillingham with a 2-0 win over Salford and a 3-2 win. Gillingham got a 2-0 win over Salford and a 3-2 win. I'm sorry. I didn't put down who the Gills lost to. And I'm not calling them the Gills. I'm calling them the Gills. But they lost 3-2.
Okay, good.
Oh, they lost to MK Dons. That's who they lost to. Sorry, I was getting all...
Another disgusting club.
Yeah,
but it's fine because it's Gillingham.
Yep. Aki lost to Barnet, and they sit in 19th place. But currently, the two teams at the bottom are Shrewsbury Town and Newport County.
Newport County is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Ye of League Cup fame against Manchester City, where we became familiar with them.
Newport County that has not hosted one, but multiple monster truck rallies.
That's right. We need Aki to figure it out here.
Yep.
We cannot have Ben K going out the league.
Well, they're safe for now, and they seemingly are doing it. They're getting the wins when they need to, and they're getting the wins against the teams they need to be beating. So as long as they keep doing that, they're fine. We're not expecting this team to be, top end of the table. We're expecting them to probably be 13th, 14th place. So just keep doing what you're doing. Don't have a bad losing
streak. Stay
streak.
in league football.
Exactly.
Is the point.
And I wanted to take a quick second to look into the National League real quick, too, just to let us know what's going on. Rochdale and Forest Green Rovers are currently 1 and 2.
But only one comes up. Yeah.
2 go up. Two go down.
One
2 go
automatic, one promoted.
Right. One goes through playoffs.
Yeah, okay.
But the playoffs now, it's like 6 of the teams are in the playoffs as opposed to it just being 2 or 4. Yeah. So more teams are involved in the playoffs.
Okay, fine.
And in fact, in third place, just behind Forest Green Rovers, is Carlisle United, who was one of the teams that came down last season.
You know what Forest Green Rovers need? A bit of steak.
Yeah, and just a little protein that isn't vegetable based. Yeah, exactly.
Fuck your almonds. Get a steak in the players.
The Mighty Wood are in 4th place currently. And last year, they had a real tough go. They were all the way near the bottom and barely
I would
survived.
really like to see Borum Wood come into the league structure. I think that'd be awesome.
It'd be fun to see
It'd
them
be a
there.
lot of fun, yeah.
And then, of course...
Because then you get more of them. You get them in the League Cup as well.
Right.
You know, you get more of them, which would be great.
And, of course, Shrimps out for Mokambi, as we know, had started the season not playing their first 3 games because they had to change over ownership and everything. They are currently in dead last, but they are with 2 other teams also on 8 points, and they have 3 fucking games in hand. So you gotta feel like there's gonna be opportunity.
There's a little bit more
them.
positivity, but remember, they started the season with like 9 players.
Yeah,
They had
precisely.
to sign a bunch of like fucking us.
Yeah.
To play that first game that they were allowed to play.
Their job is to just not get demoted again. Stay in the National League, let the new ownership start to reset things and just kind of get it all straight. That's what they need to do. All right, well, that is going to wrap it up, boys and girls. Mr. Graham, any parting words?
I don't have any parting words. I'm, excited for our little week-long break here. We're going to rest up, recharge, and come back with better jokes next time. Well, I will. I don't know about you.
All right.
Kind of suck at that.
Well, the other thing to remember as well is that League One and League Two will be playing during the international break. There'll only be a handful of games that'll get postponed.
Oh, so sweet. But we won't be...
We won't be doing a show.
But
we'll catch up on it from when we'll come back.
Keep your eyes on the talk ticks, because I might be throwing up a bet or 2.
All right. Well,
not for the show, just to mirror my picks.
Heard. Up next is Injury Time.
I can't be asked.
Where we're going to preview the 2 weeks from now action. We're also going to talk about the beers we were drinking and check in on our adopted clubs while finding out what's going on in our fantasy league. Mr. Graham, should somebody want to support the show, how do they go about doing it?
Very easy. It's patreon.com/DFootballShow. Sign up to that one $5 tier, and you'll get all of the extra content Sam just laid out for you, including Sound Check, which is so much fun.
And Internet, thank you, everybody, for hanging out and streaming with us tonight. We
Love
will
you guys.
see you in a couple of weeks. Till next time.
Peace.